Evidence.
Yeah, you can come.
Right then, I haven't got an iPhone, I've got a piece of paper.
He's got a book.
That's not a speech, it's a novel.
Hello everyone, my name is Graham. I am one of the few people that can be described as a friend of Marco Gori. Marco Gori, the man who thought Brazil was going to win the European Championship. Marco Gori, the man who used to wash his car wearing nothing but a skimpy pair of denim shorts, only in order to impress his sister's friend that lived across the road. Marco Gori, the man who considered becoming gay just to double his chances of pulling. These are all facts. Thank you, Marco, for asking me to be your best man. I've been waiting for years to share these stories. Firstly though, can I say, I'm sure everyone agrees how lovely the two bridesmaids look, and a special thank you again to Louisa, who I've heard has been instrumental in making today happen. Hey. Back to Marco though. I'm sure I speak for everyone here in saying to Marco, bugger me Marco. I never thought I'd see the day that you was going to get married. I met Marco at Chesterfield College about 15 or so years ago. At first appearances, I thought Marco looked a bit of a sex pest. My initial judgment turned out to be quite founded. At this stage of his life, Marco had two obsessions. His first obsession was sex. Sorry, Dan. Or more correctly, trying to get sex. There wasn't a day, an hour, even a minute that went by that Marco wasn't trying to work out how to get his end away. He thought about it so much, he was constantly sweating. His second obsession was his Mini. This was a car that Marco and Franco loved and cared for. I'm sure that Marco has many fond memories of this car and he'd like to share them with you. I, on the other hand, have different memories of this car. I remember it breaking down every time it rained. And you had to walk from the rubber bridge until it stopped raining. I remember when we got into a race with the Robin and the Lion. We didn't win. I remember when it got grounded on a small wall.
Oh yeah.
And we had to lift it off. It's all true, Franco.
Oh, is it because it's a wall?
Yeah. I remember on the way down to Bognor Regis, the little Mini decided it was too hot. So we had to put our legs out of the car doors and pedal it down, Flintstone style. That is true.
That is true, yeah.
However, Bognor Regis turned out to be a pretty momentous time in Marco's life. After all the planning, all the trying, and all the sweating, he actually managed to get his end away for the first time. And I'm proud to say I was there. Well, I was at the end of an alleyway. After all the planning, and after all the anticipation, and after all the sweating, I couldn't wait to hear Marco's appraisal of the events that had unfolded that night. Well, that wasn't all it's cracked up to be. We continued to walk home, Marco complaining about his grazed knees and the smell of dog poo on his jumper. It's just the beginning. I tried to reassure Marco that it wouldn't always be like this, and that hopefully next time the girl might not resemble Miss Piggy. It didn't seem to lighten the mood. Unfortunately, even after these exploits, the floodgates didn't open, and Marco went back to a celibate lifestyle. These brilliant times were eventually going to change though, with the introduction of Marco's second love of his life, a PC. Not any PC, a PC with internet. Things were on the up. In fact, it was amazing to see the effect it had on Marco's life. Firstly, his bank balance. And I've brought a little chart to explain. Here's Marco's bank balance. The red line represents what Marco used to spend on naughty magazines. Unfortunately, the green line shows what Marco used to spend on toilet rolls. Funnily enough, this chart also takes on some of the physical sides of Marco's life. His forearm strength and his eyesight. Which one's colours are which? Hey, he's had his chance. Marco soon realised that the PC, and in particular Photoshop, could have an even bigger effect on his physique and his chances of pulling. I looked through Marco's web browsing history for some examples and found this. Overnight, Marco changed from a 7-stone dwarf to this. I must say though, while I was looking through the web browsing history, I also found this.
Oh, you're so
Right then. Eventually though, after many years of fine-tuning his Photoshop skills, his tactic work, and Marco eventually met the third love of his life, the beautiful Clare. Can I just say, Clare, how lovely you look today, and Marco, you really are a lucky man. Marco couldn't have found a better match than Clare. To start with, she's a girl. She's fanatic about fitness, so she's a fit girl. She has Italian blood, and they both have a fond love for pussies. I know for a fact that Marco thinks Claire is the most beautiful girl he's ever met, and that Claire thinks, well, Claire must be blind. And all I really know is that I've never known Marco happier. So Claire, thank you for taking Marco off my hands. I wish you all the luck in your new married life, and I'm sure it's going to be a whole load of fun and adventures. Marco Gory, the man who still to this day claims that his white Metro was a Rover 114.
It was.
And that made it cool. Actually, I wrote SLI down, yeah. Marco Gory, the man who, when discussing the plans for his stag do, actually asked to be dressed up as Spider-Man. Marco Gory, the man who still doesn't admit that driving a Mazda MX-5 made him look more gay. Marco Gory, my best friend. So please, one more time, grab your glasses and join me in a toast to wish Marco and Claire all the happiness in the future, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Lavalier Gory.
Yay!
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, it's not
Oh, sorry.
really traditional for the bride to have a speech, and I've not prepared a speech, but I have to have my two pennies. You could say I'm my mother's daughter. So I can't get through the day without having something to say. Mainly lots to thank all of you for coming, but also some of the key players within the day. My beautiful husband, my father for giving me away, my mum and my mum, my beautiful bridesmaid who literally without Louise are coming round in the beginning of March going, right, here are the shops we're going to go to, and this is what we're going to do. And I've got you a planner, and it's broken down into weeks. Let's see what week we're on today, and we've stuck to it, and we've done really well. And also Joanne for doing these amazing flowers, the cake, my beautiful bouquet. I said, oh, we can do our flowers, all I want is something simple with some ivy in it. And Joanne translated that into this day. For my new father-in-law for coming over, and literally for you all making this a day that I will never ever forget. My best friend from coming over, and my other best friend just coming, and my uncle and my family. So I'm the one that says thanks. So I've got some bits and bobs. I have, hang on. I have a card from my husband. That sounds really weird. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
What, is it a thank you card to me?
It's a thank you card for you.
Thank you. Do I have to go and buy one?
I have a card from my father.
Thank you.
I spent ages writing these, so I have a card for Graham.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely speech, Graham.
Before I move on to the other special cards, I'd just like to say a very good friend of mine who's come today, it's his 50th birthday today.
No, 51st.
51st, and so I'd like to say a very warm and very happy birthday to
Thank you very
Andy
much.
Valentine.
Thank you.
For coming to so, then we have if a lovely lady Joanne would like to just come up here so I don't have to stumble down there.
You run away.
Come on. We thank you for everything you've done for us and making this such a lovely day and so beautiful. And for looking after my mum.
Because she needs looking after.
Or just being her best friend. Everyone needs a best friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Marco.
That's okay.
I've got nothing to do with it. I'm still here though.
I knew about
My
this.
beautiful mum. For organising all the doubles, the hen night, and the wedding, and everything else. Thank you.
She takes after her mother, doesn't she?
And my new mum. For supporting me, coming to all my dress fittings and everything else. Thank you. And then I can't give Louisa a present because I'm not a very patient person and I'm not very good at keeping secrets. And so when I had my hen party and was the worse for wear over too many glasses of red wine
And
slow gin, I got the presents out and I gave them early. So, thank you.
Are you going to show you what your present is?
Pandora. Thank you, sweetheart. And that's it. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you've had a lovely day up to now, and for the rest. Okay, and then over to my lovely granddad. This is my granddad.